was too short to reach the base. I couldn't reach it. It's in the back of the very top. I couldn't reach it. Too short.
Okay, 11:12, we are back into regular session. We have nothing to report from executive committee.
11:12 or what?
Correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, we are back in regular session. The next item on the agenda was branding implementation. Shane, I think you put that on.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about, how we can move the brand forward from signage and implementation in our website and whatnot. I think we just haven't, we adopted the brand and we got our business cards handed to us, and the staff's been doing a good job of getting it on their email accounts, but, do we want to put some money in place to start, adding brand to the electeds that would, be inclined to adopt it? Do we want to, see what it'll cost to retrofit our signs on the building, the RTA,
Well, what I'd like, we talked about an intern to help us with marketing this summer. We haven't got very far with that at this point, but I think that if we would make that a priority and make it that person's charge to implement the brand where appropriate and update the website, et cetera, that we would probably make some progress there. I don't know. So, I mean, I'd really like to focus on trying to hire someone for the summer at least. Making that their priority. I don't know if that resolves it, or at least it moves it forward, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I would like to start looking at, how we can implement it from a signage standpoint.
Okay.
And we're working on the sign for the exterior sign to be on Market Street for the Justice Center, indicating who's in that complex, both buildings, that kind of thing. And I've not seen anything come back with that, but I know it was discussed that if the branding stuff's finished, we could get that incorporated into that, depending on what that is that looks
Yeah,
like.
I'd like to see it prominent there.
Yeah.
That would be a good place.
I mean, the only thing I would caution is that, we had a generation of things happen. We had Pride and Shows for a long time that was included in a lot of pieces. And I don't know how long a brand is good for, is my point.
The shelf life of a brand.
Versus how long a sign is good for, if you
Right.
want
Sure.
my drift.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, 30 years, 20 years from now, somebody say, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's some reason,
Okay.
20 years or so.
Okay, well,
So how do we move the intern thing forward then?
I almost think that we
Process.
ought, I think we ought to do the same thing as we do when we're looking for an employee, maybe start to advertise it. I mean,
She's
Nikki's contacted both of the universities.
you have done that already? Have you got any response at all?
Tiffin called me back and they did post it on their webpage
Okay.
to all their students. Heidelberg never contacted me back.
Okay. All right, how about Tara?
I didn't
Yeah.
contact them, but I can.
We gotta give that a shot. And, I don't, there probably are some kids coming back to Tiffin for the summer. They go to schools elsewhere.
Yeah, most of them have probably lined up there.
I think so. You never know. We may have that, we have that gem out there that had a job and lost it for whatever reason towards the end or something.
Who wants a second?
All right, well, let's at least put it on our website. See what happens.
Can I have John look into some signage costs, so we have
Sure.
something to discuss there?
Yeah, I'm okay with that, yeah.
I mean, I'd come back here, but.
Right.
Okay, in reviewing, so we've already had the Justice Center conversation. In reviewing some committees that we're responsible for, I think Commissioner Stacy, you said something about a advisory board for the airport.
Yeah, there was, when the discussion about committees and stuff, and not that, again, I'm not a fan of another layer of bureaucracy or anything like that, but just from what I think back to over the 6 years, the different times when there's